Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy and this is Tammy's Crafty Life. This is my Flosstube number 2 and I'm going to share my stitchy life with you again. Thank you for coming back. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I'm so glad you're here. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back, and I hope you will enjoy what you see. In my first video, I explained my crafty journey to you. And I told you about my mom had me take a tool painting class with her, and about this stool that I painted. This was my second painting. I don't have my first one. The first painting that we did in the class was learning how to make daisies, and it was really fun, and I don't know what happened to that picture. But I have my stool. I had to dig it out, and this is what I made. See if I can get the light right. There. It's been around for, I don't know, 40 years. So it's a little worn, little shop worn. It's got, if you see the corners are, you can see how the corners are cut. The dog I had at the time that I painted this, she chewed on one of the corners. So my dad took his something, I don't know, he made all the corners angled so they all looked alike and didn't have chew marks. But this was like my favorite thing I ever painted. I did a bunch of other paintings too, but this is the only one I still have. And I love it. So I had promised I would show you guys that, and so I dug it out. It's in a hiding spot so it doesn't get bothered now. And then another thing I was going to show you was the picture that was, there was an empty frame on the wall right there. And this particular picture, I started to say picture, this picture I entered in the county fair, Yamhill County in Oregon. I finished the picture in 1985, so it was probably that year or the year after that I entered it in the fair. And this was a kit, and this was the most complicated thing I had done up until then. All the other pictures I had stitched were much less difficult because this one has lots and lots of colors in it. But this is my little Scotty dog. He won't stay in the frame. I needed to get a new frame. So he wasn't on the wall. He keeps falling off the wall. He was in a spot where he was safe. And I need to get a new frame to put him in, and then I can hang him up again. I'm sorry for showing him my, you don't need to see that. Then I can hang him up again. I think he's adorable. Just adorable. And he has lots and lots of colors. I don't know where the kit was from. The name brand of the kit. I probably got it at my local stitching shop. Well, they weren't just stitching shops then. They were craft stores. They were small, like our LNSs. That's about how big they were. But they had all kinds of crafts in them. They weren't just for stitching, the ones that I was at the time. And then the other two pictures I had on the wall back there. This one's kind of a funny picture. I used to collect cows. Black and white cows, actually, and this is not black and white. But I love this picture. And this is my fun little cow picture that I made many, many years ago. I don't know if I put, I'll look and see. I don't know that I put the year on it, but this is on 14 count Ada on cream. I did. This was 1986. So I finished this after my Scotty dog. And I remember that starting it again at another point using 22 count, and I don't know what happened to it. I don't have it because I wanted it in a smaller version. And then the last thing that was on the wall, this is a picture that I made for my dad. This one I made in 1983 and framed it for my dad. And the fabric has discolored. It's in a frame with glass, but it's got a lot of discoloration in it. I'm not sure why, but it kind of looks kind of cool because it looks like maybe I bought it that way. Anyway, this was out of a book. I used to do a lot of stitching out of books at the time. I don't know what the book was, but I had a lot of fun stitching this one also, and I gave it to my dad. And then when he passed away, I took it back. No one else wanted it but me anyway. And then I have this other fun picture. This was a kit. This one was done in '93. And I just think it's cute. It's kind of silly, but it's kind of cute. So this is my little kitty picture. This one wasn't hanging anywhere either. I found it when I was purging, so I'm gonna have to hang it up somewhere. You can tell, you might think that I only like cats. I love animals of all kinds. I really, really love animals. Cats to me are something that it doesn't matter what design you use or what it looks like. They're kind of generic. I mean, I know cats aren't really generic, but most of the cats I've ever had have been. And I just like cat pictures. But when it comes to dog pictures, I feel like I need the picture to be the kind of dog that I have. Like right now I'm looking for a cross-stitch picture of a corgi because I want to make it for my daughter. She has a corgi. All the pictures I can find don't look like him. He is not 100% corgi. He looks like a corgi, but his coloring, the black and tan and the markings on his face, I can't find a cross-stitch picture pattern that is him, and I want it to look like him. So I'm going to keep looking. I don't have a really good photo of him, or I would, I understand there's software out there now that you can chart your own. So let me see. What do I want to do next? I guess I will do my, those I would call my fully finished objects. I do have one that I'm not going to show in this video. I'm doing another video that we'll post on the 12th. I'm in several collaborations, mostly for my paper crafting each month, and one of them is called The Joy of Blue, and it is the 12th of each month, and my Joy of Blue for this month is a cross-stitch picture. So I'm going to show it there first, and then on my next Flosstube I will show it here. I'm not going to show it at all. So I'll go to my current WIPs. Oh, I had two other older things to show you. I forgot. So when I was digging around, I had told you, I think, that I taught classes. I taught needlepoint classes at my local shop. And here's one of the things that I taught, and it's funny. This one is not finished. I did have a pillow. I made this into a pillow. I don't know where it's gone somewhere, because as I said before, we don't really have any place for pillows. And this one is not totally finished, but this was needlepoint teaching different stitches. And what's not finished is the background. That's all white, which is very boring to stitch. I should leave it out now though and do like a little bit every day until it's done. And then I can frame this. You can tell I love purple. The pillow I did was, it was in metallic threads. They were all purple also, and then I made it into, with satin fabric, I made it into a really pretty purple pillow. So there's that. And then this is a pattern out of a book. I no longer have the book. This also was teaching different needlepoint stitches. And this is dirty, which is annoying, but that's a T. Oh, it'll be the right direction when I do my video. So I need to frame that and get it on the wall. I had a lot of fun making this, but it's all blue. I'm not sure why I did blue. Good question. So let me get into my current WIPs. A couple of them from last time I have not touched, and I'll explain why as we go along. So one, I think I'm only showing you one from last time. I was working on stablemates. I love this. This is so cool. And I'm going to try to insert a picture. I think it will work. I think I know how, of where I was last time. This is where I am now. And I know that last time I think I had this and possibly the bird. So I feel like I did all the wheel and all the green. I don't remember for sure. Oh, yes, I did all of the green. And my my plan for this picture is, now that I have all this green done, I'm going to go up and finish the horse's head, and I'm going to move to the right. So after I do his head, there's a kitty right here. I'll probably do the kitty next, and then I'll keep moving until I get to the end. Cute little needle minder, huh? So the other ones that I was working on, I did not get to. And the reason I didn't get to them, let's see what they were. Oh, one of them, flea market flowers. This is where I was on my flea market flowers. You can see all kinds of lights in there. So I just had a little bit done. I don't have really any more flowers done. This is the flea market flowers. This is a Lori Holt pattern. This is a stitch along right now with the Fat Quarter Shop. I decided to go and finish all my frames. If I can get all that in there. So I'm right here. I'm going to finish all the frames. And then I'm going to do, I got this idea from Kimberly at the Fat Quarter Shop watching her video. Then I'm going to go through and do all the greens because the greens are boring and then I don't have to keep changing my thread. If I do each one as I go do them all first, then I'll save the fun part for last. The fun part will be all of the colorful flowers. So last time I had just these flowers done, these 2 boxes, and now, well, I did all this part yesterday, last night, all this border. The border goes pretty quick, and I'm lucky it's all matching up. That's a good thing. So that was all I had that was WIPs from last time, and the reason that I had to start something different was there is a Flosstube channel. She's called the Colorado Stitcher. She also has a yarn shop in Colorado. I don't remember what town she's in, but she is doing a summer camp for stitching. Summer stitch camp. Summer stitch camp? I can't remember the right thing now. I have it written down. I'll put it in the description box below, and I'll put a link to her channel, to the video where she talks about it. It's 3 months long. Each month you do 1 picture from start to finish. At the beginning of the month you show your fabric, floss, and picture for your pattern. And at the end of the month you show the finished picture. She's the contest part, or contest, the prizes, it's mostly from Instagram, so you'll do those 2 posts on Instagram. And she has a hashtag and that she wants you to use, and then she has it's cross stitch camp, that's what it's called, and then she wants you to tag her at the Colorado cross stitch. I think I'll put them below. So I didn't know for sure what I could finish in a month, start and finish in a month. The first month there's a challenge each month for each picture. The first month challenge is to do a picture that is inspired by someone else. The second month challenge is to do a picture that's a designer you haven't stitched before. And the August challenge is to use a floss or fabric you've not used before. And I wish I didn't have to wear glasses so you actually could see my eyes. I'm sorry. So I looked through my stuff that I had, and there's a Flosstube channel called Violets and Verses. She also has a Facebook group. Her name is Jennifer. And she cross stitches little pieces and then she makes project bags. And I have been collecting supplies to make some project bags, and I got that idea from her, and I had this pattern. This is another Lori Holt pattern that I was going to make, and I hadn't decided what I was going to do with it. I just thought it was cute, and I actually am going to put this on the front of a project bag. So for me, this was inspired by Jennifer at Violets and Verses, and I'll link her Flosstube down below also. I did change 2 of the colors. I changed the stitch and the E. They're both pinky reddy colors, and I changed them to a different pink. It's totally different. You can't really tell by that, but and then a purple. And let me show you where I'm at with it. This is where I'm at. So stitch is in purple, and then eat is going to be in pink, and the thread for the needle is going to be in the same purple color. So this is my project for June, and after I get this stitched, I'm going to be making a project bag. I actually have ideas for a couple of different project bags. And then the other, I'm going to call it a current WIP, but I haven't touched it yet since I found it. When I was digging, I found this picture. I don't know if you remember last time I told you about a company. At first I was with Creative Circle and it went out of business. And then a friend I knew created her own company called Heirloom Needle Arts. And I couldn't remember who she partnered with. This was a kit, one of those kits, and it's by Candemar Designs. She had partnered with them. And this is a picture I started many, many years ago. It's called Cats in a Row. I know you guys think I only like cats. Horses are my favorite animal, actually. And this is where I am, and this is like 30 years ago. And I remember, I have a vague memory that somewhere in here, there's like a horrible mistake. I'm going to have to figure out what that mistake is. I don't know. But I'm going to finish this picture. It's kind of funny how I stitch. I guess I would stitch like that now too. Like this kitty is missing parts of its face, and this one is missing parts of its face. And I guess maybe I was saving the white for last. I'm not sure. But that's one I'm going to start working on because I want to get that one done. It's been around forever. One I have not pulled out yet. I was going to pull that out and I forgot. So I will do that for next time. Many, many years ago, I started a Monopoly board, and I may have told you that last time. It's on a frame, and it's behind there. But it's got stuff piled on top of it, so I'm not going to dig it out right now. And it's one that may be a UFO, like I might not ever finish it. At the time, I had seen in a cross-stitch magazine a Monopoly board that was you could buy a kit. It was hundreds of dollars. Like 30 years ago, it was hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy this whole kit. And it came with the tabletop and everything, and it was under glass and had little drawers. And I thought, I can make something. I don't really like Monopoly that well. There's a lot of other games I like better, but Monopoly was the one that I found, and it's easy to stitch because it's little blocks of color all the way around the square. So I'll show you that one next time. Let's see. Now I want to show you, when I was digging, I found a couple of treasures. I found this cross stitch magazine. This is from April of 2010. Stony Creek. You know I love Stony Creek. I love this picture on the front. I want to do this picture. It's called New Dawn. It's got two fawns, and I think there's a little bunny. No, chipmunk. There's a little chipmunk right here. I think this is really cute. This is going to take a long time for me to stitch, but I love it. And then also inside this magazine is this one that's called Bloom, and it says, "Bloom where God plants you, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." Jeremiah 29:11. And this one's kind of hard to see because it's pretty much all backstitch. There's actually no crosses. Oh, there is. Right here is cross stitched, but all the rest is not. It's all backstitched. So this one should go fast. I don't know when I'll start it, and I don't know when I'll start this one. And I know at the time I could have gotten this mat and frame. I would be surprised if they still have it, but I'm going to look. I haven't looked yet. And then the other thing I found, last time we talked about tigers, the other thing I found in my stash, I have a room that used to be my craft room, and then I moved out to this perfect spot that's part of our living room. I have I have an L shape for crafting, and then I have the IKEA units behind me. But the room was full of stuff, and I purged and got rid of a ton of stuff. I gave away a whole bunch, a truckload of stuff. And in my purging, I found this. I did not know I had this. I don't know how long I've had it. It's from Hobby Lobby. So I'm thinking I bought it the first time I went to Hobby Lobby, which was, probably 10 years ago now. We didn't have one here in Salem. We had to drive up to the Seattle area, to Federal Way, I think is where it was. That was the first time I went there, and I was in awe and came home with a ton of stuff. But I think this is really pretty. I don't really like to stitch on black fabric, but I love this, so I'm sure I'll be making this. So my cross stitch plans for the next few weeks are to work on I want to finish my Eat Sleep Stitch for cross stitch camp, and I'm going to continue to work on the two other pictures I showed you. And then for July for cross stitch camp, it is to stitch something from a designer that you've never stitched before. And I think I showed you this kit last time. I'll be stitching, I'm pretty sure, this summer posies. I didn't pull it out, but I have the base for the pincushion also. This is by Jeanette Douglas. I have not stitched any of her stuff before. This looks really dark. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it on that dark fabric. I'm finding that I'm a bit of an anomaly or way outnumbered. All the Flosstube videos I watch, everyone likes what I would call vintage. On Flosstube it might be called prim, I'm not sure. It's the old style stuff and it's all in this kind of colors, and I am overall I'm a clean and simple crafter. I like bright colors and white backgrounds and everything to be clean and finished. I don't want to make something that already looks like it's old. That's just a weird way that I am. So all the samplers I keep seeing that people are doing are absolutely beautiful, but they're not me. So I was thinking the other day, I'm going to find a sampler pattern that I actually like the picture, and I'm going to do it in my own style. I haven't found one yet, but I'm going to. And then last time I showed you, I think I showed you, this was part of my haul, this magazine. This is another cross stitch magazine. So out of this book, I want to do this. These are called Farmyard Friends. I think they're adorable. And let's see, I have two others in here. This one is called Spring Rejoice. And this one is Butterfly Whispers. I love butterflies. I don't think I've said that. Isn't that pretty? So I'll be doing, well, this butterfly one should be pretty quick because it's not as big as it looks. And even the Barnyard Buddies, Barnyard Buddy? Oh, Barnyard Buddies, not Farmyard Friends. It's Barnyard Buddies. It's not as big as it looks either. I'll show you the fabric in a second that I got for it. So that will take me into my, first I'm going to do my giveaway from last time. If you remember last time, I pulled out this tiger picture that I have purchased twice, and this magazine that has some pretty pictures in it, but they're not me. Not sure why I bought it. So I did the random comment picker, and my winner is Carolyn Boudreau. It's hard to get that on there so you can see it. It's because of my new light. Carolyn Boudreau, B-E-A-U-D-R-E-A-U. You are the winner of these two items. I will put my email address down below. Please send me an email and I'll get these out in the mail to you right away. Let's see, now I want to go to some haul, and then in the haul you'll see what I'm doing for a giveaway this time. I found a Flosstube channel called Annabella's, and I cannot remember what her name is, which is very annoying. Elaine. Her name is Elaine. She has a needlework shop. I think it's a brick and mortar shop, but she shows some of her items on her Flosstube channel, and then she has an Etsy store that she prefers to sell her product out of. She was showing these Country Cottage Needleworks kits that she had just gotten in. It's spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and I had to have them, so I ordered them from her. I know they've come from lots of places, but I bought these from Elaine. This one is spring. Summer. Sorry for the glare. And they all have little buttons with them. Autumn. Those are cute little buttons. And winter. My first thought was to do them all on one piece of fabric, but these are all stitched on different colors, so I'm not sure what I'll do. I just thought they were fun. The other thing I bought from Elaine is this cross stitch key, which I've seen several places also. This helps you to determine where to start depending on the width of the border that you want. And she shipped really fast. Those came really quickly. And then I just received yesterday my most recent order from Stony Creek. That seems to be my favorite place to buy from. Although I am waiting for an order from the Fat Quarter Shop. Maybe two. Maybe two. So I did not sort these out. These are for the pictures that I showed you from those magazines. A lot of the Stony Creek pictures have cute little buttons on them. And so I ordered like 6 different sets, and this is the way they send them. They put them all together in this one little box, so because they use a priority mail padded flat rate envelope, and this way they can't get messed up. So these are going to be hard to see. Aren't those cute? It's butterfly. I don't know which picture any of these is for. I was going to sort them out, but I'll show them to you when I kit up my stuff. I haven't kitted anything up yet. And then these two are, I don't know which magazine these are in. I didn't show you those patterns. But there's a pattern about a cat and a pattern about a dog. About dogs have friends and cats have masters and cats have staff, or something like that. And then I got these Creeks Colors hand-dyed cotton floss. These are cranberry, autumn leaf, lily pad. Oh, there's 2 cranberries. I do not know which picture these are for. I have to go figure that out. I should have done that as I unpacked them because it's going to be harder to figure out now. But I think they're beautiful. And then a Weeks Dye Works. I have Jaybird. Jaybird is my stablemates. I needed another one of those. Dutch Iris, Crimson, and Cocoa. I do not know what picture these are for, but when I kit the stuff up, I'll show it to you. So, stablemates is the first time I've used Weeks Dye Works, and it is only the border. I buried it, or I would show you. It's only the border that's going all the way around, but it stitches very nicely. This was the Jaybird. It's kind of a grayish blue, variegated. This is very boring. This is 14 count Ada. It's called Vintage Blue Whisper. I don't know if you can see. You can see the modeling in there. This is for the Spring Rejoice that I showed you. And this is the banner for the Barnyard Buddies. So if you can see how it's kind of stitched on the edge there. So it's, if I can get it all in, this is how big it will be. And then this one, this is 16 count. It's a little banner piece. This is for the butterfly one. I thought the picture showed this was colored, but I bought what they have shown, and it's just white with a blue edge. So, white blue edge. And then this also is for the Barnyard Buddies. This is a set of 2, one for top and one for bottom. Another thing I picked up from there, I don't know why. Oh, I know why now that I look at it. I found this pattern. It's called A Balanced Life. To have a balanced life, you need a dog to adore you and a cat to ignore you. But the thing about it is they're called stand-ups. And I bought a stand-up finishing kit. I have no idea. I've never seen one of these in person. So we'll see. I'm thinking it's just the way you put it together. Just that it's easel-like or something. We'll see. I really thought that picture was fun. And this was recommended, so I bought it to go with it. I purchased a new pattern book. It's called A Life Worth Stitching, and you won't be able to read any of these because I can barely read them. I can't even read a lot of them up close. But there's one about friendship, success, recipe for literacy, always tell the truth, it's easier to remember, and then there's an alphabet sampler. Oh, then maybe there's my sampler. So this is, these are fun. And then this is more. So that's the one I'm thinking, maybe that'll be my sampler that I make. And I don't know, I think this just popped up. This says stitching is best with cupcakes, kitties, lots of hot coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I like cupcakes and kitties. And it's colorful. I like things that are colorful. This is on, it says they use Dinky Dyes floss. I don't know what Dinky Dyes floss is. It's worked over 2 threads of Witchelt, dusty green, olive green, Jobelan, 28 count. So I thought that was fun. I don't know when I'll start that. And then, did you ever open a package you've been waiting for so long, and when you get to one of these things, you go, what the heck was I thinking? This is one of those things. I'm sure you guys will love it. And I'm going to use it for a giveaway. I don't know why I bought this. Maybe it's the way they took the photograph. I don't know. But this is not me. I think I bought it because it's called a stitching sampler. But it is so not me. And I have no interest in this. So I'm going to be using this for a giveaway. And then the last thing I mentioned, I was looking for a corgi pattern. And I bought this. I didn't take this out of the bag. I bought this one. It's called Popular Dogs because one of the pictures in it, sorry for the crinkling, one of the pictures in it is a corgi. Oh, it's not even a book. Interesting. It looked like it was a book. It's a bunch of printed papers. But this is it. You see there's a corgi in the middle. I cannot tell what that is with him. Is it like a dog planter or something? That gray thing behind him? And that doesn't look like my daughter's dog. It was hard to tell. It was one of those pictures that you couldn't blow up any bigger online. So I'll be using this one for a giveaway also. It's got a boxer, a poodle, a chow, Dobermans, Springer Spaniel. I don't know what this one is. And this is maybe a Maltese or something. It's a puppy. So those are the patterns that are in it. So this time I'm doing 2 giveaways. One will be the Popular Dogs and one will be the Stitching Sampler. So in your comment below, don't use the word giveaway or win or anything. In your comment below, if you want to win this, use the word dog. Dog? Yeah, dog. And if you would like to win this, use the word sampler. I think that might be it for today. My goal is to make these videos around 30 minutes. I kind of like watching the longer ones, but I don't know that everybody does, and I don't want to bore people by going on and on. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And the person who won my giveaway from last time, please send me an email with your address, and I will get that out to you right away. Well, it depends on when you send it to me. If I get it today, it'll go in tomorrow's mail. Otherwise, it'll go in the mail the next day after I receive your information. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy making these videos, and I'm hoping that you enjoy watching them. Please let me know if there's anything you would like to see that I haven't shown. Yeah, I had a thought and I lost it. If there's anything I could do better in my video, I did buy a new light and I bought a microphone, but I don't know if the microphone's making a difference. I'll see when I play it back. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.